folks. Welcome to your midweek edition of NoogaPrints, live here on TikTok. I appreciate you being here, taking time out of your day to hang out with us and see what we've got coming along this week. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Combat Dad and Erickson44. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Appreciate that. That is an awfully kind. Oh, yeah, heck yeah, with those heart means. We got folks popping in here right here at the beginning of the recording. That is awesome. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to get right into this. Hey, we've got a Facebook giveaway going on this week, as we do most every week. Combat Dad coming with those gifts. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You're a kind and generous soul. Hey, we've got the giveaway this week is going to be for one of our 12 centimeter Dragons of Fortune. It's a little bit longer, I think, than 12 centimeters, but I think that's about what it calls for in height. Nonetheless, if you go over to the Facebook page, facebook.com/NoogaPrints, and it's a pinned comment. It'll be a picture that says Dragons of Fortune across it. And what you do essentially is you pick the color, whether it's going to be blue, green, or pink, as far as which one you'd prefer to have. Okay? And if you'd like to see what the different color variants look like, you're welcome to hop over to the website, NoogaPrints.shop, and you can check that out. But comment the color you want, and you can share and like the post. If you would please, when you go to share it, please make sure you're sharing it publicly as far as the audience that it goes to, so that way I can see that you're sharing it, and I'll be able to make sure I include your name in the drawing, and thereby also be able to include the folks that might comment on, on the post that you make with that share. So that way, again, they can be included in the giveaway as well, because, of course, the more people participate, the more fun it tends to be, You always have fun with folks. So that being said, yes, Facebook giveaway, facebook.com/NoogaPrints. Comment the color, either blue, green, or pink, and like and share, do the things. We've got 205 followers on the Facebook page right now, whereas here on TikTok, we've got 354 followers as of I'm recording right now. And we're on the road to hit 1,000, okay? My goal is to get this channel to 1,000 followers, so that way it'll feel like we're doing something, that we're really truly reaching the audience and getting the content out there enough for folks to be able to see it and draw attention to the company itself and be able to do the things. So any help that you guys can give in that regard would be greatly appreciated. I'm telling you, greatly appreciated. Let's see. We also stream our active prints. This stuff that's going on right now in these little windows here are actively being streamed on Rumble and Facebook and X and Twitch, as well as YouTube. So if you'd like to keep an eye on what we've got going on every day, what's going on the printers, you're welcome to check out any of those particular platforms, and you'll be able to see the prints as they are printing, layer by layer. It's incredibly fun to watch and see it happen as it goes. I'll be uploading time lapses of those as well to those same channels, or at least to Rumble and YouTube, so that way everybody can get a kick out of that and enjoy that. So our drop tonight is called Teeny Tiny Rooms. Pretty self-explanatory. It's literally teeny tiny rooms. So with that being said, I'm gonna cut through all the kerfuffle now that I've done a lot of the preamble. We've got let's see, a golden clover that's going to end up being a trophy for one of the local car clubs in the area. The Best in Show trophy is what's printing here, and then over here we've got what's left of a couple of the little charms for some of our Sip Happens straw toppers. The deep sips, I think is what it's called. Yeah, deep sips, because it's got an octopus on top and then some charms. Anyways, if you'd like to check those out on the website, those are ready and available, or they will be made ready when you order them. if you're interested. And of course, everything is printed, made to order or made for your order. Words are hard today. I've had a lot of caffeine, as per my usual. Anyways, all that having been said, let's go ahead and hop into this teeny tiny rooms drop. What do you say? All right, let's see here. All right, now, first up, we have the tiny office. Now, we have two different versions of this. We've got a single color version where you can go in, you can, paint or color whatever you want those parts to be, and those are $15. And then we've got the multicolor option, which will come pretty much like you see it here, and those are $10 more. Those are $25 for the multicolor option. Because I know there are some folks out there who, while they love the idea of having, the little tiny rooms for their dolls or their action figures or whatever they're trying to do it for, because some people use these things to do like stop motion animation and things of that nature. But regardless, you can paint it whatever color you want and do little videos with them. But this comes with everything you see in the pictures here, which I think is actually really, really cool. It surprised me, that we could get as detailed with some of this stuff with the FDM printers. And here's a little video of them assembling it all together there. The little carpet and the chair. And that's one of the figurines from the Antimatters drop. We've got a number of those as well if you guys would like to check those out on the website, NoogaPrints.shop. Be able to check those out. It claims a height of 10.4 centimeters, which, that's pretty freaking tiny if you ask me. Like that. Although I have to admit, it looks like it stands about 5 or 6 inches tall, like that wall, So I'm not real sure how accurate those measurements are. I'll have to print that out, that box out to find out for sure. But anyway, the tiny office, like I said, is $15 for the single color. It's $25 for the multicolor. And that'll be the same across the board with the exception, I think, of the bedroom. Anyways, here we are with the balcony. Again, $15 for the single color, $25 for the multicolor where we're, coloring the little doodads and things of that nature. But I really like it. I think it's a really cool drop. It's really interesting to think about what you could possibly do with these. And like I said, the stop motion. I know there are kids who enjoy building like the miniature houses and stuff like that for their action figures and or dolls. Whatever. It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be a girl thing. But you could also put something like this, like if you were to glue the chair and everything down, you could kind of have this sunk down in a fish tank. Even I think that would look kind of interesting. Give your fish a balcony or whatever, or like we were saying before, or seeing before, the office. I think that would be freaking crazy looking, But nonetheless, yeah, all the little parts that you see here are included in it. Antimatters, or Anti is not included, but nonetheless, you can find him available on the website as well. So that's the balcony again, $15 for the single color, and then $25 for the multicolor. All right. Next up, we have the tiny kitchen, which, again, these are all tiny rooms. And again, everything you see here is included in the purchase at either $15 or $25. I think I can't get over how cute these things are. I'm not going to lie to you. I know it sounds kind of weird hearing a dude talk about these little tiny rooms being cute, but for those of you who are just tuning in to the live, imagine, say, gluing all this stuff together, like, having it in situ, as it were, and then, like, setting it down in a fish tank. Of all places, your fish having a tiny kitchen or a tiny office or a tiny balcony. That would just be, that would be like the perfect thing to have in that particular room in your house or whatever. Have a little betta fish that has their own kitchen, and you could look in there and be like, hey man, what you cooking today? kind of thing or whatever. Oh, those are some nice looking pancakes, or that's a healthy looking cake. Let's munch on that. You know, it's just cute. I can't help it. It's just cute. Um, and then of course, you know, you can use it, like I was saying, for stop animation or claymation kind of stuff, or you know, whatever, your dolls, your action figures, you know, I've the amount of creativity that can go into something like this and use cases is astounding. I am sure. I have absolutely no doubt in the imagination of people and their creative aspirations and things. Again, single color is $15. The multicolor is $25. Again, that's going to be the case across most of these, with the exception of one. Next up, we have the tiny bathroom, equipped with a pooper, a bathtub, and a sink, as well as your hand towel rack over here. A little tiny mirror and your window to the outside, not placed low enough where people could peek in. Just saying. And you even got a little rubber ducky, which is perfect. It's perfect. I don't know. I can't. I don't know how else to put it. I don't like the layer height quality there. Wow, that kind of sucks. We will definitely not let that be the case on our prints. I'd like to think you guys know NoogaPrints quality better than to think it's going to come out looking like that if I print it out. Just saying. We will make sure that it is not that case. Nonetheless, I think it is absolutely cute as a button. And check out that tile floor. You can set the bathroom up however you want. You can put the sink or the toilet over in front, like in front of the window, so that way, you know, any noxious smells can go out the window, and keep the bed or a bathtub out here or something. I don't know. You can set it up however you want, you know. It's your tiny bathroom. You do your thing. You do what you do. I said do twice. Anyway, sorry. Again, single color is 15. Multicolor is 25. Next up, we have the tiny living room, which, again, is very, very flippin' cute. Imagine, if you will, your betta fish having their couch and small TV all set up to do the things. I mean, that's just awesome. With the hardwood floor and everything. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. It's just cute. I can't get over it. I like, as soon as I saw this being the drop today, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. You know, yeah. Again, I'm a big kid at heart, and I immediately see, you know, some possibilities in it that just excite me. So there's that. Again, the single color is 15, multicolor for 25. You know, I know there's folks out there that would love to have this stuff. Last but not least, we have the tiny bedroom. Now, this one is 10 for the single color, and then 20 for the multicolor. Mainly because there's less stuff. I just tried to spin the room around by moving my mouse. That's not the way this works. I'm getting used to working with the software a bit too much as far as the slicing software. Different angle here. You get the curtain rod, the curtains, the little radio, books, nightstand, lamp. What is that sitting next to the lamp? Is that? Oh, it's a clock. Heck yeah. A little picture frame. Again, the hardwood floors there, and your bed. It's just cute. And yes, the bed is in multiple pieces. So that's why I say that's, you know, it's really, really cool that you can do all this and be able to have these things for your kids, for your fish tanks, you know, you name it. Stop motion animation, or you know, the possibilities are endless when it comes to this kind of stuff. But if you want this in single color, we can do it. We'll do it for 10. If you want it in multicolor, about as close to this setup as we can get it, we'll do that for 20. The other ones are 15 for the single and 25 for the multicolor. So that's really what we've got for you tonight. If you want to check out our previous listings, you're welcome to check that out at NoogaPrints.shop, or if you'd like to just watch the videos here, you're welcome to do that as well. Keep in mind, we do have channels on YouTube, on Rumble. We do lives. Only the live stuff goes out on Twitch. Like the stuff that's going on up in the corners with regards to the printers that we do every day. That stuff goes up on Twitch, but we also stream on X, and we have a constant presence, again, at NoogaPrints.shop. If you want to participate in the weekly giveaway on Facebook, please make sure to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/NoogaPrints. We will, plenty of stuff there, to check out. Plenty of information gets shared out every day, at least 2 or 3 times a day. We're posting stuff over there, so feel free to check that out. And be sure to be here with us next time when we go live, which will be this coming Friday at 6 p.m. live on TikTok, where we'll be doing our Facebook giveaway for one of these little bad boys. As long as you comment the color that you're interested in. Again, if you'd like to check out what those colors show or what they are for, you can check that out at NoogaPrints.shop. Look for just hit in the search, Dragons of Fortune. It should bring those up, and you can see the 3 different options we have available as far as the blue, green, and pink. The blue one is the Lucky Spark, I believe. Then the green one is Jade Guardian, and the pink one, I always forget what that one's called. It's the Prosper Peeper. Now these are $10 items here that you guys have the opportunity to get for free by participating in the Facebook giveaway, okay? So make sure you do that. Facebook.com/NoogaPrints to be a part of that giveaway. All right. That being said, future folks, I hope you have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, Wednesday and Thursday and Friday during the first part of the day, because you probably won't see me. Current folks, if you're here in the live, hang out. We'll chill and get into some fun and frivolity for a little while. That being said, future folks, toodles.